Lil Yachty started off his career on a dreadful note. His very first interview made hip-hop fans hate him for a few reasons. The first reason was this terrible freestyle.
If I was on this beat, it would be spinning vinyl. They mad cause a nigga just went viral. They mad cause you can't do that. You can't do that. You can't hype me up like that, cause then the next bar has to be better. Like, now the kid really selling. In high school, I never was felling. I think that's why they mad at me. They mad cause they trying to grab that. Hey. They mad. Stop. You can't.
Oh, my fault. I got hype.
You can't do that though.
All right, one more.
Young nigga from the west side of town. I'm trying to think what to do.
What the fuck is this?
I'm not a rapper.
He should have pre-wrote some lyrics to avoid the embarrassment. Then he followed that up by admitting he's...
Yeah, but why do hip-hop artists would judge and get mad about somebody that's like selling records because of his ability to rap on a freestyle? Nobody gives a fuck, chat. That's like judging an acrobat's skills overall because of his lack of ability to juggle with balls. Like, I don't give a fuck.
Which people thought was just an excuse for the bad bars. But the worst part of the entire interview was at the very end.
And the reason they so mad is because they think that the young kids don't take this hip-hop thing serious.
I honestly don't.
He honestly doesn't.
And he doesn't.
It's called having fun.
I'm sorry.
You're just having fun, right?
Yeah.
That's it, and getting money. That's it. It's all money, getting and fun.
We're just chilling.
Lil Yachty straight up saying he doesn't take hip-hop seriously and that it's just for money left a bad taste in the mouths of traditional rap fans. This was Yachty's grand introduction to mainstream hip-hop.
That's not cringe at all.
Most people thought he was just another mumble rapper, someone who will be here and gone within a couple of years. What they didn't know is that Yachty was on a path of domination. Behind his nonchalant attitude was an extremely hard-working and talented artist. Today, hip-hop is in a dry, repetitive, and predictable spot, yet everything Yachty touches turns to gold. Today we're going to look at how Yachty was hated and disregarded, then every single thing he did to build back his reputation to become the secret weapon the music industry depends on today. It's important to consider this first interview took place on Hot 97. For decades, this radio station was...
Guys, for people who want to talk about creatively, things are flat and things have not gone crazy or haven't improved in a long time. You want to talk about sales figures? Sales figures are down across the board by a massive margin. So now, both creatives and analysts have something to fucking... it is what it is. You know, I'm right.
Was an opportunity for rappers to broadcast their talents, their art to millions of New Yorkers, which was the birthplace of hip-hop. So his attitude wasn't just disrespectful to Hot 97, but hip-hop as a whole. Hip-hop fans ravaged Yachty online. They felt he didn't deserve to be on Hot 97 and he was a disgrace to the culture. But it wasn't just Yachty. All melodic trap artists face resistance. Future, Migos, Young Thug, Lil Uzi Vert were just some of the few that traditional hip-hop fans thought were ruining the sound by simplifying it too much.
Everybody trying to rap the same style with the, I don't know who created it, if it was Future or Migos, but all them niggas sound the same.
To make them even more mad, Yachty was added to the XXL freshman list just a few months later, which is another huge stamp of approval from the music industry.
True.
The 2016 XXL freshman cypher is an iconic piece of rap.
That shit went hard. When this came out, chat, it didn't even have that many views for a long time. Bro, dude, that shit was a hit from the get. That shit was bought, and you know what, dude? I said before I say it again, okay? This is the only piece of fucking media that we have in this realm where you look at people that are at the beginning and they all made it big. All of them stayed and are still around doing good. That's insane. Look at any of the other freshman ciphers. All of them are dead. Look at all of them combined. There's maybe like 4 or 5 total artists that made it. That's a 5 all-star that still is in it.
History that marks a distinct shift in not just the music, but the attitudes of mainstream rappers. Lil Uzi, 21 Savage, and Kodak Black borderline mocked the legacy of XXL as they laughed and joked through their freestyles. And although Yachty...
Because the beat was dog shit. This has been debunked before. It's not that they were discrediting the whole lineup is that the beat was shit. That's what happened.
The legacy of XXL as they laughed and joked through their freestyles. And although Yachty was laughing with them, he actually took his freestyle more seriously.
Wasn't no food but rice. All of these bitches, they want me, but they get one night. I give a fuck what you saying. Bitch nigga, no, I ain't playing.
It seemed like Yachty didn't want to get bullied online by rap fans again. It felt like he was trying to prove himself as a rapper. Turns out, that was exactly right. 2 weeks after the freshman cypher, Yachty dropped a song called For Hot 97, along with his Summer Songs 2 mixtape. This track wasn't a diss, but Ebro at Hot 97 took it that way when he tweeted the song. Lil Yachty and his team with these high school ass bars, followed by an Instagram caption that read, "Another Lil rapper caught feelings." Then Yachty responded, "I didn't catch feelings, it was just to show that I can rap. It wasn't a diss to you, good sir, it was simply more like a check this." Actually, Hot 97. I'm not finna try to explain myself to no one dissing me. But it didn't stop there. Yachty called Ebro on Hot 97 Live and tried to explain.
I didn't catch no feelings. It was to show what's good. And nigga, that shit is hard, bro. I don't care if you 69, bro.
Yo, f that, man. F that. These high school ass rappers, I'm gonna keep testing y'all.
Although many people thought Ebro was being an old, sour hater, it seemed like they were able to laugh and have mutual respect for each other. But fans were not as quick to forgive Yachty, especially because during his Pitchfork interview, he said something that would haunt him for the rest of his career. But first, I recently found out I'm being charged every month for subscription service I don't even use. Luckily, today's sponsor is rocketmoney.com/patrickc.
I'm putting it in the thing. Bing, bong, bing, bang, bang.
To get started for free.
Thank
Lil
you for
Yachty said that the
video,
notorious B.I.G., one of the greatest rappers of all time, is overrated. He later doubled down and admitted he can't name 5 Tupac or Biggie songs. His brutally honest opinion about 2 rap legends made headlines across countless news outlets, continuing the same narrative that he is a disgrace to hip-hop and should not be celebrated by the culture. But he didn't need their support, because at this time his song Broccoli peaked at number 5 on the Billboard Hot 100, as well as his viral 2015 hit One Night slowly crept up to number 49 on Billboard. His debut mixtape Lil Boat as well as Summer Songs 2 were cult classics. His music at the time can be described as carefree bubblegum rap with a heavy reliance on autotune, but others just called it mumble rap, thanks to Wiz Khalifa.
We call it mumble rap.
Oh, so y'all got a name for it?
Yeah, me and my homies. I mean, it ain't no disrespect to the little homies, but like, they know what's up. They say they don't want to rap, you know what I mean? But it's cool for now. It's gonna evolve, and I feel like those artists, if they want to be around, they'll figure out the next thing to do, but right now, that's what's popping.
Although Wiz meant no harm by this term, it became weaponized by people
He was definitely a little sour. Okay, yeah, he's right. You can feel like he's definitely a little sour, though, for sure. Come on now.
who hated the new sound, such as Funkmaster Flex of Hot 97, a radio DJ who would often complain on his show about the new state of hip-hop. Yachty once again felt like he needed to show these guys he could rap, so he got on Ebro's Beats One radio show and spit some bars.
Lucy Deucey, the joke's on you, I didn't grow up the boosie. All I care about is feeding my family and getting out of that camera. Funk Master Flex, please stop talking about me. Unless you're finna play my songs, then don't talk about me.
Again, classic hip-hop fans were not impressed. They still relentlessly called him trash in the comments. This man can't catch a break. They don't like the music he makes, but then when he switches it up, they still don't like it. This freestyle prompted Funk Flex to take another shot at Yachty.
That's called motherfucking bars, nigga. You know nothing about that. You know why? Cause you a mumble rapper, Bow Wow, a mumble rapper. Lil Yachty, you don't want nothing too. Neither you niggas want nothing.
J. Cole dropped a song called Everyone.
Bro, what is he looking at? Guys, does he have a script or something like that? Guys, what is he looking at?
Neither you niggas want nothing.
J. Cole dropped a song called Everyone Dies, which seemed to take shots at Yachty. Bunch of words and ain't saying shit. I hate these rappers, especially the amateur 8-week rappers. Lil whatever, just another short bus rapper.
Whoa!
Then Yachty responded.
I f with J. Cole, bro.
Say whatever you want to say.
I mean, I don't listen
You
to
don't listen to J. Cole, but you
fuck
f with J. Cole.
Some people even confronted Yachty to his face, like Joe Budden.
I want you to know whether you in a 360 or not. I want you to appreciate the culture that changed your life and took you from college dorm rooms eating oodles and noodles. I want you who's well-spoken and articulates himself well.
That's not even a good question. That's just, or whatever he says. That's just stupid.
Or not, I want you to appreciate the culture that changed your life and took you from college dorm.
No, nobody took anywhere. He took himself to his own heights, and he has his own work to fucking, his own work speaks for itself. That's what got him to where he's at. Not whatever the fuck. Like people, I don't like this mentality of like trying to offload all the fucking credit to other things. That's over the infrastructure. That's stupid. He fills in the blanks. Come on, man.
Rooms eating oodles and noodles. I want you who's well-spoken and articulates himself well.
My nigga. Chill.
This moment was particularly interesting because Joe was the personification of all those hate comments, and it was truly embarrassing to witness.
Yeah,
By
really.
Yachty just simply responding with chill made people realize that hating on a kid who's just doing his thing is annoying and corny. because Yachty just could not stop succeeding. He dropped a song alongside Kyle called I Spy, a nursery rhyme-inspired bop that peaked at number 4 on the Billboard Hot 100, then followed that up with another hit, Peekaboo, featuring Migos. His fans, who were primarily teens, loved his style. He was weird, he was fun, and he was unapologetically himself, which opened the door for 3 massive brand sponsorship deals with Target, becoming the lead creative designer at Nautica, and a Sprite commercial which remixed his song Cold Like Minnesota to Cold Like a Sprite Soda.
And little Yachty here was paid by Sprite to write lyrics about Sprite.
It was reported that Yachty made a staggering $13 million during his extremely short career. Yachty was a supervillain to classic hip-hop fans, but he truly was a sweet and kind hero to his fans. Unfortunately, his debut album would fall short of expectations. Teenage Emotions, released May 26, 2017, sold just 46,000 copies first week.
Wait, what year?
Teenage Emotions, released May 26, 2017, sold just 46,000 copies first week, peaking at number 5 on the Billboard Hot 200. When I first released my Teenage Emotions album, I thought that it was fire. Then the sales came back and I was devastated and so confused. I worked so hard. Honestly, the album was kinda bad. Little did he know, he already peaked musically. He would never have a more successful song than I Spy or Broccoli, and his music struggled to impress people outside of his fan base. His second album, Lil Boat 2, sold 64,000 copies, but likely was inflated due to the incredible list of features. Quavo, NBA Youngboy, Lil Baby, Lil Pump, Trippie Redd, just to name a few. And again, the album was lackluster. An ongoing conversation surrounding Yachty's music career is that he is carried by features or only has success with other artists on his songs. His third album, Nothing to Prove, speaks volumes about his attitude. It sold 40,000 in the first week and peaked at number 12 on the Hot 200. Hip Hop DX said he is bringing nothing new, and it may be time for him to go back to the drawing board in search of new ideas before returning with a follow-up project.
Guys, saying carried by features is like the cringiest thing out there. Okay, all you need to do is do a couple solo songs and shit like that to really get back solo momentum or whatever. I think it's both valuable. It's not even an L take. It's a very insecure comment to say that somebody's carried by features. Who gives a fuck? What does what? You're playing their song, suck it. Get mad, dude. Get mad. If you're gonna look at a song and say, oh, dude, it's because my artist is on it, dude, that it's popping. Shut up. Just shut up, man.
Most people fell in love with Yachty's music on his first 2 mixtapes because it was fun, cheerful, and positive. By his third album, he was slowly transitioning to fit in with the gangster rap status quo of the music industry. Don't get me wrong, he had a few bangers along the way. NBA Youngboat, Boom, Get Dripped, but they were buried in bloated albums.
I'm not a fanboy. I really don't like his music. I genuinely don't enjoy it. I don't listen to it. I think I only have 1 or 2 of his songs on my entire playlist of like fucking 2,000 songs. It is what it is. But I think there's validity to a lot of what he's done and some of his takes. It is what it is.
To make things even worse, his day one friends were switching up on him. The Sailing Team was a dynamic group of producers and artists surrounding Yachty: Cody Shane, J-Bands, Earl the Pearl, Big Brother Chubba, The Good Perry, Aaron Verchetti, and BU. None of them were even close to as successful as Yachty, but he says it's not his fault.
The Sailing Team became like my brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
I kind of felt the need to kind of take care of them,
Right.
you know, but it got to the point where I was spending so much money, like almost $1 million trying to like create this company out of my own money.
Right.
And they didn't want it for themselves. You know, like,
Yachty tried to put them in a position to win. He never had contracts with them, never wanted any percentage of their success, just wanted them to be the best versions of themselves. But they simply did not want it. They were lazy. Trying to worry about 7 other people's careers was holding Yachty back, so they decided to split up. 2019 and 2020 marks a major shift in Yachty's career. His commercial success after this would be even less impressive, but he did not fall off. He started to observe the shifting landscape of hip-hop. He kept a bird's eye view over the entire culture and tried to figure out how he could make an impact. What you are about to see is how Yachty may not have been doing impressive sales numbers, not selling out stadiums, not winning awards, but he kept his finger on the pulse of hip-hop culture. His creativity had a massive impact on where hip-hop is today, but where he started might shock you. With the rise of artists like Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, and Doja Cat, it was...
I think I understood a lot of the thing that a lot of people don't understand, okay, is that you can sit around and make the best fucking song of all time and just sit there and do nothing for like weeks on end, months on end, and then wait till you get only hits, right? Or you just keep doing stuff over and over and over again and something is gonna hit it, because that's all you need is 1 or 2 good hits on an album and it goes fucking hard. And I think he gets that. It's why who cares about his sales figure on album 1 or 2? He's got 10 of them or some shit. Okay, that's all that matters. Okay, this is what matters.
Obvious female artists were in high demand. The City Girls were a duo from Miami buzzing with anthems like Period and Twerk. Yachty decided he would discover his inner baddie one night in the studio and write a song for the City Girls after his friend Earl the Pearl made the beat, and out came their most successful record to date, Act Up.
But everything that everyone is singing and all, and I wrote the whole thing.
So you were in there. Like, how did I come to you? Like you were just like real ass bitch, get a fuck about it, nigga.
I just thought like them. I know what women like to hear. Like, I literally was sitting there, I was like, yo, what's just some raunchy
I know they like to hear it too.
Act Up peaked at number
Cha-ching, cha-ching. Sorry. I'm trying to make
26
some
on the
lights
Billboard
go.
Hot 100 and was a huge TikTok anthem that even young men couldn't resist dancing to. This track is still being played in the clubs today, but it doesn't stop there. Act Up was sampled by Megan Thee Stallion just a few months later in her song Hot Girl Summer. Earl also produced this beat, and the song peaked at number 11 on the Hot 100, which was Megan's most successful song at this point. Female rappers were being encouraged to embrace their bossy, brazen nature and let it out on the song, which as we all know led to tracks like My Type, Savage, Big Energy, WAP, and it all started with the vision and lyrics written by Lil Yachty. He proved he could have a bigger impact on the culture, so it was time to have one last hurrah before he changed up for good. Lil Boat 3 was the official death of Yachty's previous music career. Now the pandemic slowed everyone's lives and careers down. Yachty achieved his lifelong dream of collaborating with Drake on the song Oprah's Bank Account, which brought that carefree Yachty energy his fans once loved. He did bring that energy throughout the Lil Boat 3 project, but it was honestly his harder rap songs like Split Whole Time, TD, Pardon Me, and Westside that stole the show. With just a mere 30,000 copies first week, Yachty himself and his fans needed a revival of his career, and that's just what they got. After LB3, a new Lil Yachty emerged. The nonchalant, goofy, and emotional teenage persona he had was behind him. The new Yachty was calm, collected, and moved like a boss. He stopped dyeing his hair, got rid of the beads in his braids. He still wore colorful attire, but it was now tasteful and sleek. He was focused, but still hungry. He started a nail paint brand called Crete, understanding that young Gen Z men painting their nails is normalized and don't have a product marketed towards them. Concrete Boys became the name of his newfound imprint record label, and his first signee, Draft Day, an upcoming artist from Broward County, Florida. Yachty's song Coffin reflects a shift in his sound that would be celebrated in
Chat out, guys, out of everything that's normalized for like men's like fashion and like trends and things people find, there's something about nails that I really fucking hate looking at. Like, I feel like, I don't know what it's about. I don't like painting nails for guys. I just really don't like it. It has nothing to do with the sexual orientation that people like to make these days, or it has nothing to do with anything of that. I just don't like it. I just don't like it. I think it looks really off. I think for guys, it looks like, I feel like a guy's finger is like, it's one thing. I feel like painting the top just ruins the continuity, right? In a way that for girls, it just doesn't feel that way. That's it.
Copied by many artists after him, then hit bout it with Kodak Black, then Cortex. Yachty found his flow. He wasn't trying hard to impress the old heads, and he wasn't the childish auto-crooning singer. He achieved the perfect middle. His beats were more unique than ever, and you could tell he had a chip on his shoulder, but also couldn't care less if you f***ed with him or not. His energy was contagious. He recorded an entire album with a bunch of rappers from Detroit, Michigan just to show love and embrace the sound that was taking over underground rap. Although some were surprised, Yachty has always...
Last pause. Oh, you want to see my nails, dude? I've been doing really fucking good. I stopped fucking scratching too much. Look, and I've been how do you call that? Yeah. I've been filing them. Look at this shit. Look, it's all filed. See that? All nice and round. See that? Well, that doesn't count, but look. All nice and round. Look at it. Look at that.
We showed love to new artists. Just look at his history of collaborating with buzzing talent. He was on Lil Baby's first album before he blew up. He made a hit with T Grizzly, D to the A in 2017. He even did Gucci flip-flops with Bad Baby in 2018 when nobody would champion her music. Even Drewski, the biggest comedian to come from the social media era. His first major collaboration was a skit with Lil Yachty in 2019. Babyface Ray, Baby Tron, Baby Smooth are just three of the many Detroit artists bringing a fresh sound to hip-hop. Their cadence is smooth yet savage, and the beats are bouncy, but they jam-pack these songs with bars. Yachty teamed up with them as well as other buzzing Michigan artists on his album Michigan Boy Boat. This album only sold 15,997 copies in the first week, and fans were confused by Yachty's decision, but he said, "I just wanted to show love. That's it. I just wanted to show love to all of those guys and their talent, and I feel like I rap my best on those types of beats." A rapper who doesn't care about numbers, who is able to move based on creativity and art, while constantly being on the forefront of the next wave.
You know what's nice about this dude is that people that like these things, people that like these artists, and people that generally consume that, that's like candy for them, because they get exactly what they want, and they get to enjoy it as much as, they're fed a lot for it, right? And it's why the haters, nobody gives a fuck, because they just don't even watch it, they don't listen to it, they don't give a fuck about it, so their opinion is irrelevant. Who cares what they get or not get?
Wave is dangerous.
Because as a consumer, you get what you want.
Up his sleeve. He continued to steamroll ahead with bangers like YAE Energy and rock climbing with buzzing rapper Remble. At the same time he was rapping his ass off, he dabbled in polar opposite genres with tracks like Love Music and Breathe Deeper with Tame Impala. He felt inspired by the psychedelic rock sound and announced that he will be ditching rap for his next album. It's gonna be mid as hell. All his stuff be weak. Can't wait to see it flop like his last album. The negativity towards his expansion did not hold him back. He stayed low-key, kept his head down, and got to work. He also developed a very close relationship with the biggest rapper in the game, Drake.
He overdid it though. I'm gonna keep it up, Buck Chat. He overdid it. As soon as we listened to the album, as soon as I listened to it, the first thing I said it's over-inspired by Tame Impala, and it's forcibly too much and it's too much packed with it. And if it wasn't too condensed, it'd be okay. But it got my nerve by the end of the album. Sorry. It's fantastic though. Some of the songs are good, I think one or two, but the density of it was just too much. Sorry, it was too much.
Posted on IG saying, "More life to my fellow brother Yachty. Happy we are locked in for a lifetime." Followed by a picture of them on a jet and Yachty branding a tattoo of Drake's OVO label on his wrist. But this relationship started with Yachty being a super fan of Drake.
I, for a very long time, wanted to just do anything involving music with him. So like I kind of like been telling him for the last like I don't know how many years, like bro, can I even just be in a room?
Drake has always been at the forefront of pop culture for the past 15 years. How he does this is by surrounding himself with young talent that will pioneer the next wave. Drake conveniently became Yachty's best friend when Yachty had his hands around the neck of the culture. He helped executive produce Drake's next album, Her Loss, alongside 21 Savage. Yachty is credited as a producer on 4 songs, each of which are some of the more euphoric and memorable beats on the record. He is also the one who sourced the cover art. Some people say he is the genius behind this record. And by mid-2022, Yachty was finally being appreciated for the genius he is.
Classic, actual classic entry. Yep. Good name too.
And just before Yachty decided to release his psychedelic album, he went viral by accident. It's important to know that there is a huge community of rap fans who actively try to hack into artists' computers and phones to leak their music. However, one hacker straight up asked Yachty for the Poland record after he heard a snippet, and this is what happened.
"You have this song called Poland, bro. Please, bro, send it to me." And at the time, I'm like, bro, no one gives a fuck about my leaks, right? Like, well, I'll send it to him. Like, nothing's gonna happen. So I sent it to him.
Well, Yachty was wrong. Once TikTok users heard his wiggly, wobbly vocal vibrato, the memes started pouring in. Rap has been in a long dry spell,
Guys,
so any-
after that, yes, it's genius. Okay, here's my take. Because he gets to release something, right? And get feedback, and it can still pop, right? Without him being at the forefront of it, right? So nobody can say, "Oh, this is dog shit." Oh, well, I mean, it was illegal. Who gives a fuck? I was just playing at the fucking studio, right? So you get to attempt something without none of the fucking downside from it, which is insane.
Anything different was bound to get some attention. A lot of people treated the song as a joke. Others genuinely loved it. Yachty was kind of upset when it went viral because he didn't really like the song and he wanted to debut the wobbly vocal style on his psych rock album. But the fact that his throwaway songs he never wanted to release were going viral let him know that he was on top. And with that buzz, he finally released the psychedelic alternative rock album called Let's Start Here, which could easily be one of the best albums of 2023. Like his other albums, he only sold 36,000 copies the first week, but there was nothing but praise for his efforts on this album. The instrumentation was beautiful, bright, funky, and soulful, but also broke to periods of eerie trepidation. His use of heavy autotune and big room reverb felt like you were ascending towards the heavens on a trip. This will probably go down as one of the best genre transitions.
Guys, the needle drop is very bald, okay? Getting a 7 at a balder is very difficult, okay? That's why it says that it's good. Because every artist, every album that goes hard, he trashes them, dude. So when balder doesn't bald as much, it's pretty good, dude.
For a rapper in history. And the craziest part about it, he went right back into rapping after dropping this album and dropped banger after banger after banger. Strike, Slide, Solo Step and Creep Boy, Tesla. Go on TikTok and you will quickly see someone sharing one of these songs. Yachty has never been this consistent in his entire career, and he knows just how much the rap game needs him, which he expressed on his track with J. Cole. Allegedly, they figured out that I'm the secret recipe. The standards have collapsed. They wrote me.
Something people need to understand is that a lot of people wait in the shadows, and they wait till, you know, when you said earlier about what I said about the walk to pawn? Like he beta tests his own song, right? It's a good way to do it. Other artists use other more daring artists as their beta testing. Literally, they wait till see what kind of style goes new, and then when people fail with it, if something succeeds through all the failures, they yoink that, they copy it, and they repackage it. And that's what people do. So a lot of these people, like, they just wait till somebody like Lil Yachty makes a bunch of dog shit so that he gets one hit, so they can yoink him. That's just what they do, though.
Me in with lanes. They treat me like I'm them, the hate I overcame. Refuse to pat my back, refuse to shake my hand, refuse to give me props when I'm not around, refuse to act like I ain't shift the sound, like I ain't push the culture. These bars encapsulate everything I said in this video. They hated Yachty. They thought he was just another mumble rapper that would fall off. They didn't give him any respect, and instead of tucking his tail, he worked his ass off. Now with hip-hop being incredibly dry and boring, Yachty is one of the only ones bringing something fresh. Hip-hop now needs Lil Yachty.
Yeah. The thing is though is that you rarely get full credit for doing that. It was a good video. It's not that he's glazing, is that it's very difficult to get the credit you deserve when you would do these things, you act those ways. Because you're not like focusing the entire spotlight on you or whatever, and you're not going super hard, and it's not doing a lot of results for you as a person. But overall though, you want to be more analytical about it, they do have a big impact. It is what it is.